Welcome to the Crystal Self-Healer Podcast. I'm Carissa Weaver. On this podcast, we blend the magic of crystals with the science of psychology to help you break free from chaos, ditch the overwhelm, and master your emotions so you can have more energy, get more done, and feel better every day. Get ready to unlock your intuition and restore your true power as we cover how you can transform your life using crystals and self-awareness. Are you ready to get started? All right, let's go. Have you ever woken up and felt like the window of opportunity has closed, or maybe never even opened for you to live out your dream? Look around at your life, your surroundings, your relationships. Do you like what you see? Do you like where you are in your life right now? If your answer was yes, that's amazing. But there are more of you out there who survey your lives, see where you aren't measuring up, and then the flurry of thoughts begin, starting with, I would, but, or I need. And one common thread between all these stop you in your tracks thoughts is a subtle need for permission. The desire to have someone to give you that final support that allows you to fully do what it is you want to do because you're all up in your head worrying about whether you know enough or if you're allowed to. If you've been silently, patiently waiting for that nod from someone or even from the universe to go do that thing, this episode is for you. We're going to unpack why you wait for permission and how to counteract this self-sabotage. You'll walk away with a ritual that will inspire you to start taking action toward fulfilling that thing you think you just couldn't. There's an unspoken weight that accompanies the women I speak with who say, I just need more. Whether they're thinking it's knowledge, information, or that approving nod. The weight is holding them back from doing that thing they dream about doing, using their crystals, reading their tarot, or having a practice that brings them comfort, peace, and emotional well-being. When I talk to these women about their crystal and tarot practices, the underlying theme that I see is a fear around getting it right or doing it right. But below that fear, there's something else. Something more elusive, more intangible, because for centuries, anything that was deemed outside of the approved practices of the church or society have been labeled wrong or unacceptable. And even those things that are acceptable, you need to get permission by way of following prescribed methods of attainment or performance to do them. And in a society that favored granting permission to talk or to go to the movies or to sometimes even just read a book, there are countless people who stop themselves for going for their goals. I too succumbed to this in the early days of becoming a practicing crystal healer. When I look back, I see how I was unwittingly playing into a societal narrative that, while on the surface is meant to provide some modicum of safety, it was driving self-doubt in many people who are wanting to participate in practices that will bring them immense comfort, joy, and well-being. The card inspiration this week is the Knight of Swords in the What to Release placement. Traditionally, the card is interpreted to mean battles and opponents, but where I think many people trip themselves up is that they automatically assume the enemy is outside of them. Swords are an air element card, and the air element is associated with your thoughts. So as we see the main figure on their horse leaning forward, sword raised, as they charge into battle, also recognize that the call can be coming from inside the house. One really important piece of imagery I want to draw your attention to is the sword itself. It's not fully represented in the picture. And with the tip of the sword clipped and out of the frame, this is suggesting that you don't know everything, nor are you really supposed to. The Knight of Swords is an action card. You're not meant to be all up in your head thinking about your problem or what it is that's in your way. You're meant to be going, doing, being. So if you're stuck saying you need more information, that you need that nod of approval, what you need to release is the battle you're having inside your own head. Your opponent is you, and you need to let that stuff go. Where you are right now isn't because you lack permission to go do that thing. You're here right now because of the choices and decisions and actions you took or didn't take. This is one of the hardest lessons I've ever had to learn. When you wait or ask for permission, you are unwittingly wanting to put the accountability onto someone else. So if it backfires, you don't need to feel accountable. That's disempowering. It's also laced with the patriarchal norm of a zero-sum game, that it's all or nothing, that it's win or lose, good or bad, perfect or not perfect. An insidious mind trick that keeps everyone chasing the golden path prescribed by those perceived to be in power. And those in power would have you believe that if you go against the grain, that it is dangerous and reckless. There's a difference between being reckless and taking risks. Being reckless is setting sail without a compass or supplies like drinking water and thinking you can make it across the ocean in 24 hours. And that's not what I'm advocating here. Taking risks means you're willing to try something that might give you butterflies or fly in the face of the rules you've been following. When you give yourself permission to try something new or different because you're not excited about what is, then you're more likely to end up somewhere you like and want to be. And the upside is you learn that you can make changes in your life. You can do hard things, and you can take risks and live. And nothing feels riskier than going against what the gurus and masters parade around, not because it's wrong, but because it may not be yours to begin with. This is the place where I will say that cultural appropriation is something to be mindful of, in that symbology and iconography differs by culture, by region. Red may mean one thing in one culture and a completely different thing in another. The permission you seek is yours to give, and you do that by asking yourself what it means to you, why it means that, and then tracking to see if there's consistency over time for that meaning. Yes, you can stress yourself about memorizing someone else's meanings and uses, but you'll always feel lacking as a result if you don't give yourself permission to craft your own path. The crystal I'm going to offer to support you in giving permission to yourself is clear quartz, and here's why. When you're used to following the rules and protocols established by others, you're often carrying around stuff that isn't yours. Clear quartz aids in clearing, cleansing, and healing this energy so you can place more of your focus on your desired end result. If you're going the rote memory route for your crystal and tarot practice, there's a lot to memorize, and clear quartz is wonderful at supporting memory enhancement. It helps you focus your attention and clear away confusion so you can connect to your own intuition and spirit guides. When you decide to go all in on making sense of your own interpretations of metaphysical properties and meanings, clear quartz will amplify that intention. It not only heightens your spiritual awareness, but it helps you hold your intention long enough and strongly enough in order to manifest the intention and have it happen. Last but not least, clear quartz is ideal when you want to program your crystals. This draws on the amplification properties, but also the innate quality of quartz to hold information. The more you work with your crystal, the more you will notice synchronicities of events that culminate in you achieving your goal. So for the ritual today, I'm going to cover how you can easily program your clear quartz to support granting yourself permission. You'll need a few uninterrupted minutes and a clear quartz. Begin by grounding and centering yourself by focusing on your breath. Allow the stress and worries of your day to fade into the background. When you feel present in your body instead of running in your thoughts, pick up your clear quartz and hold it between your hands. With your eyes closed, bring to mind the one thing you want your crystal to support you with. Focus on imprinting this desire on your crystal. You can continue to hold the crystal between your hands, speak the words into the crystal, or hold the crystal up to your heart chakra. This is about what feels right to you. When you feel a sense of completion, place your clear quartz in a space where it won't be disturbed and allow it to do its work, supporting you in whatever you've programmed it to do. Today's pairing of the Knight of Swords with clear quartz is from a crystal and tarot forecast inside the Charmed community. I invite you to join me in this free space where I share these readings weekly to help you align your energy and focus your week. You also get the opportunity to connect with others who are exploring their growth and creating change in their lives just like you. Join us for free. The link is in the show notes. And if you're tired of being on an emotional roller coaster, constantly juggling everything in your life, and you want to be part of a space that holds you in your healing, a space where you can feel seen, supported, and connected, I would love to have you join me inside the Crystal Self-Healer Members Portal. It's where we go beyond the weekly guidance and we apply it to your life, equipping you with the tools, resources, and support to build your confidence in crystal healing and emotional self-care. Inside, you get healing sessions that help you process emotions so you can regulate your nervous system, rituals that help you anchor and direct energy, personalized support when you're feeling stuck, and everything you need to truly empower yourself to live with more ease and alignment. Visit my website, 3charmedgems.com, or click the link in the show notes to learn more and join me. It's time to stop living at the mercy of emotional triggers and start living in spiritual integrity. The Crystal Self-Healer Members Portal is where that shift begins. Find your clarity and come home to yourself. Today's episode has been brought to you by the Knight of Swords, clear quartz, and programming. May we stop waiting for permission and start living with divine clarity. Blessed be, my friends. All right, my friends, that wraps up this week's episode. Thank you for joining me here today on the Crystal Self-Healer podcast. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, leave a review, and take the What Crystal is Best for You quiz linked in the show notes. Join me again next week as we continue to demystify crystals, how your brain works, and how you can use them so you can have more energy, get more done, and feel better every day.